मुखाम्बोजम् अत्यन्तनीलैर्व्रतां कुन्तलैः स्निग्ध रक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्यावीरस्तं आलं लक्षलभ्यै नमो देवदामोदरानन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभो दुःख जलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदिनं बतानु गृहनेशमामग्न एद्यक्षिदृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्ध मूर्त्यैव यद्वा त्वया मोक्षितौ भक्ति भजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकाम्ये प्रयाच नमोक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्ते स्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायात विश्वास्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीय प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यां नमो राधिकायै त्वदीय प्रियायै नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यां नमो राधिकाय त्वदीय प्रियाय नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यां जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। श्री श्री राधा दामोदर की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। So I'm going to So we just, in the previous so many classes, various devotees have spoken about the first verses up to verse number 6 in Sri Damodara Ashtakam. They have glorified Sri Damodara so beautifully. And I am supposed to speak about verse number 7 and 8, which are the last two verses. So, as most of you already know, it was Satyavrata Muni who was the author of this wonderful, eternally perfect Sri Damodara Ashtakam. And you see this in Padma Purana, and it is recorded there by none other than Srila Vyasadeva. So one more crown jewel in Srila Vyasadeva's compositions. So this Ashtakam, as all of you know already, that it is composed of 8 verses. It reveals many deep and fundamental secrets about this pastime. every single verse has got so much meaning to it, and it's not something superficial at all. One can meditate upon every single word of this Ashtakam for hours and hours. It is one of those like dhyana mantras. Dhyana mantras are something you deeply absorb yourself in thinking about the pastime of the Lord. So because of that, our Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, they have recommended or they have prescribed that we sing this song every single day in the month of Kartik. And not only it is not meant for month of Kartik, it is meant for every day of our life. It's such a beautiful song it is. Not just a song, it is full of so many emotions that the Satyavrata Muni is expressing towards Krishna and Srimati Radharani. And so Kartika month, it is known to be very special. It is pleasing to Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani is the presiding deity of the month of Kartik. Now, Srimati Radharani is also known as Urjeshwari. And she is the controller of all the potencies of the Supreme Lord Krishna. We know her by many names. And so, unless one worship Srimati Radharani, who is the Lord's internal potency, who is the Lord's pleasure potency, we cannot please Krishna, or Krishna will not accept our prayers. Similarly, Srimati Radharani will not accept our prayers unless we worship her along with Krishna. She does not want anything separate from Krishna. So because of that, in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, our Acharyas have asked us to worship Radha and Krishna together. That's why we have Radha Madhava, Radha Shyamasundar, we have Radha Damodara. There is no separate worship of Radha from Krishna. So, in the last verse of Damodara Ashtakam, which we are going to discuss today, you can see the glorification of Srimati Radharani. And this is just hinted. It is like a touch. So sometimes we take so much of time to talk about so many things. You spend hours and hours talking, and nothing registers in anybody's brain at all. We just keep on talking, and only we are hearing our noise, that's all. But in Satyavrata Muni's prayer, there is only like a tinge, a touch about Srimati Radharani at the end. And that is very thought-provoking. And this is so the beauty of that final. So actually what we are seeing there is the worship of the Lord and Radharani, or you can say the Lord is the source of all potencies. He is Shaktiman and she is Shakti. She is the energy of the Lord. So the Tattva, what is the meaning of Tattva? Tattva means the truth. The truth about the Lord and Radharani, or the Shakti and the Shaktiman, is revealed in this final verse. Potency and the potent. So, Srila Sanatana Goswami, who is so dear to us, he wrote a beautiful commentary on this Damodara Ashtakam. Prabhu touched upon that day. It is called Digdarshini, and it's very, very elaborately written. It's so beautiful. And so, he says that based upon the sadhaka's different eternal temperaments, every practicing devotee has got different temperaments. So there is a gradation in that temperament. And so based on that, within this whole practice or sadhana, there is a temperamental difference. You see that here. you can see the supremacy of Vatsalya Rasa in the beginning verses. You can see it up to verse number 6. And then there is the touch of Madhurya Rasa, which is coming towards the end. So, to please Radha and Damodara, that is the primary purpose of observing any austerity in this month of Kartik. To please Radha and Damodara, nothing else. So that's why Satyavrata Muni ended it saying, Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai. Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. That's another story to that. So this is our exclusive obligation. Stated, it is our exclusive obligation to please Radha Damodara. That's the beauty of this. So in the beginning of this commentary, Sanatana Goswami offers a prayer to Sri Radha Damodara. So what he says is, Shri Radha Sahidam Natva Shri Damodaram Ishwaram Radhashtaka Vyakya Digesha Darshyade Dhuna Shri Radha Sahidam Natva Shri Damodaram Ishwaram Radhashtaka Vyakya Digesha Darshyate Dhuna. What does that mean? It means the outstanding environment of Gokula is effulgent with the mood of natural love. So when Krishna is situated there, he is most splendid. So when Krishna is performing his pastime in Gokula, he is most splendid. And what is that? His childhood pastimes. And therefore, that Vatsalya Rasa, it is so manifest in Gokula all the time. And that's so beautifully described by Satyavrata Muni. So, I came across this verse by Sri Vilomangala Thakur. Usually we hear Vilomangala Thakur's composition, Sri Krishna Karnamrita. But there is another one which is called Govinda Damodara Stotram. Govinda Damodara Madhavedi. So here Vilomangala Thakur also is commenting, it is his realization about this pastime of Srimati Yashoda Devi binding Krishna, this pastime. So just one verse out of that, this is verse number 19th. Vilomangala Thakur is saying, Kvajit prabhade dadipurna patre nikshipyamantham yuvati mukundam alokya ganam vividham karodi govinda damodara madhaveti. Isn't it sweet? She says, he's saying, Kvachit prabhade dadipurna patre nikshipyamantham Yuvati Mukundam Alokya Ganam Vividham Karodi Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. The meaning of this verse is, once at dawn, as Yashoda Devi was about to place the churning rod in a pot of yogurt, she gazed upon her child Mukunda. At once she became overwhelmed with love and sang this wonderful song. Oh my Govinda, my Damodara, oh my dear Madhava. So you can see Vilomangala Thakur's description of this pastime is based upon his own personal realization. And Vilomangala Thakur, as you know, he got the vision of the Lord after he broke he smashed his eyes. And so, Satyavrata Muni's Damodara Ashtakam is his realization about this pastime. Now, let's see this. So in the previous verse, if you, the previous verse is verse number 6, which is Namo Deva Damodar Ananda Vishnu. There it is stated, Kripa Drishti Vristyadi Dinam Badanu. Kripa Drishti Vristyadi Dinam Badanu. So that verse is ending like that. So Satyavrata Muni is praying in this verse, Kripa Drishti Vristyadi. He wants to see that form of Bhagavan. And so Kripa Drishti Vristyadi means that. And because now he is overcome, at this point, this sage is overcome with a special kind of love for Krishna, he starts thinking, because of this extraordinary longing, he realizes this darshana or the sight of Krishna, it is not that easy to get. It's not easily accomplished. So he realizes he needs prema bhakti. And that's why he is asking for prema bhakti later. So he will be in this verse, which is verse number 7, he is asking for the special blessing of receiving prema bhakti. So another realization of the sage is, even if one gets the darshana of Krishna, there is no guarantee Krishna is going to stand in front of you for too long. Example is like Narada Muni. He got a darshana, but then suddenly Krishna vanished. So he knows the permanent way of getting the darshana is only through prema bhakti. So why ask for darshana, right? That is his other realization. So even though he reached the conclusion that I need prema bhakti, he is very apprehensive. He thinks that I am so unfortunate and I am so miserable and I am a great offender. Why should the Lord give me his darshana? So it is his thought. So then he remembers the Lord's quality of Bhakta Vatsalya. Because the Lord is so kind to his devotee, he remembers that is the context of Kuveratmajau Baddha. So the Lord is so kind, he makes the impossible thing possible. And because of that, the sage is not losing his heart. So he is questioning himself, am I capable of getting this? Will I get it? Yes, even the impossible, Krishna can make it happen. And that was his realization. And then he uses the word Baddha Murtyaiva. Baddha Murtyaiva. So Baddha Murtyaiva means even in this exceptional state where the Lord himself was bound by Mother Yashoda, he was tied up, but he releases Nala Kuvera and Manigriva who were bound by the curse of Narada Muni. They are standing there as trees and the Lord is releasing them even in his own bound state. And not only that, so not only did he release them, he gave them prema bhakti. That's the beauty of it. And how do we know? Because in Gopal Champu, you hear that there are two reciters, poets who are reciting the glory of Krishna in Nanda Maharaja's palace. And their names are Madhukanta and Snigdhakanta. They are constantly chanting the glory of Krishna. And it is stated that Nalakuvera and Manigriva became those personalities. And not only that, there is a statement in Srimad Bhagavatam. The Lord is speaking this to Nalakuvera and Manigriva. The Lord is confirming this. He says, Sanjado mai bhavovam ipsida paramo bhava. What does that mean? Sanjato mai bhavovam ipsida paramo bhava. The prema for me that you both greatly desired has now fully arisen in you. Sanjado. The prema arises in the heart of the devotee at a certain time. So that happened to Nalakuvera and Manigriva. That happened to Satyavrata Muni. Sanjato. So that's why all the Vatsalya Bhava became suddenly transformed into Madhurya Rasa. for Satyavrata Muni. So here the Lord himself is confirming this, that the prema for me that you both greatly desired has now fully arisen in you. And therefore, you will no longer have to suffer the pain of repeated birth and death in this material world. Abhavati. You do not have to suffer this. So Satyavrata Muni is saying, you have granted, my dear Lord, you granted prema bhakti to Nalakuvera and Manigriva without any cause. Without any cause, you gave it to them. So please grant me this prema bhakti. That is the sage's request. So the Sanatana Goswami writes actually, so Krishna may ask, why are you asking for prema bhakti? Why don't you take moksha? There is no problem, and you will otherwise end up taking repeated birth and death in this world. And to that, the sage is answering that I do not want to accept anything but prema bhakti. Whether I take birth here or I don't take birth here, it doesn't matter to me. If I get prema bhakti, and whether I take birth, I don't take birth, it doesn't matter. That is the sage's attitude. And also, Sanatana Goswami writes, if you receive a touchstone which fulfills all your desire, automatically, if you are intelligent, you should understand everything else comes within that. So why go and ask for moksha? Who's going to go for something less than prema bhakti? So that was another point. And another thing is that in Vrindavan is the place where the Lord is performing this pastime. So the sage's desire is to be born in Vrindavan and to be there to witness these pastimes. So that takes us to verse number 8. Verse number 8 is, so verse number 7, the translation just as a reminder. O Lord Damodara, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvera were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees. Remember, they developed that prema bhakti in their heart, and the Lord is saying, I sanctioned it to you. So you will never take birth again. So just as they got that, what is this? I cannot see anything. You in your form, or as a baby, tied with a rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, so please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any other kind of liberation. So that brings us to the last verse. The last verse says, O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. So here comes Srimati Radharani, right? So in conclusion, this sage is saying, Namastestu Dhamne Spuradipti Dhamne. He's offering obeisances, Namastestu. Who is he offering obeisances? Namastestu Dhamne, to the rope which is binding Krishna. Spuradipti Dhamne, then only he is offering obeisances to Krishna's belly, right? So there is a sequence here. So this rope is not an ordinary rope. It is an extraordinary rope. It is brilliant. It is effulgent. This rope is not an ordinary piece of rope. And the belly, which is bound by this rope, it is the abode of the entire universe. Because Krishna's pastimes, he had shown to his mother 2 times the entire universe in his mouth. Once when Krishna was yawning, another time when children complained, Krishna he ate the mud, and when he opened the mouth, the whole universe was there within Krishna's mouth. So, It is the abode of the entire universe, and all 14 planetary systems, everything is included in there. So when Mother Yashoda bound Krishna with a piece of rope, you can say the entire cosmic creation was brought under her control. Can anybody even imagine what that is? It is impossible to bind the Lord who is without a beginning, without an end. He is all pervading and he is unlimited, and yet Mother Yashoda is able to bind him. So, he allowed himself to be bound because of the love that Mother Yashoda has for him. So it is beyond anybody's logical consideration. It is beyond logic. How can you bind the Lord, and in that process you are binding the entire creation? No logic can explain that. So she is saying she is offering her obeisances to that rope, then she is offering obeisances to that belly, and this is the sequence in which she is praying. And then he realizes, the sage is realizing, that I cannot achieve my goal. What is his goal? Prema Bhakti. He says, I cannot achieve my goal. Now he is thinking, how can I achieve my goal without the mercy of the Lord's most beloved devotees? And in that context, he thinks about the gopis, and who is the topmost of the gopis? That is Srimati Radharani. And this is why Radharani comes into the picture here. So he is praying to Srimati Radharani, and Srimati Radharani is always engaged in the worship of Krishna. We know that the word used is Aradhita, right? She is the one who is the best worshipper of Krishna. She is also Nitya Priya. Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai. Tvadiya Priyayai. And so, according to the sage's own realization, she is the Nitya Priya of the Lord. And the Lord is also the Nitya Priya of Srimati Radharani, So the sage is saying, due to the love that all of your devotees, Tvadiya means all of your devotees have that love for Srimati Radharani. Then, what can be said about Srimati Radharani's love for Krishna? All the living entities, she is so pleased seeing their love for Krishna. And her love for Krishna, what can be said about that? And Krishna's love for her, what can be said about that? So, this is the exceptional love we are talking about. So, Sanatana Goswami explains that I offer my respectful obeisances to you, who? Krishna, who is the beloved of Srimati Radhika. Or you can take the meaning, I offer my respectful obeisances to you, Srimati Radhika, who is the beloved of Krishna. So you can take it any way you want. Either way. Because of this great acharyas like Sanatana Goswami, see, it's only one tiny little portion of one sentence in a verse. Namo Radhikayai. That's it. Namo Radhikaya. Tvadiya Priyayai. Okay? So that's that. Then Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. Now, Leela. Ananta Leela. What is the Leela he is referring to? That Krishna performs so many Leelas, and those are his childhood pastimes, and then Krishna's Rasa Leela with the gopis. There is no limit to this, whether you take Rasa Leela or whether you take his childhood pastime. There is no limit to any of these. So Namo Ananta Leelaya it can be referred to any one of these. Now, is the sage explaining any of these things? Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. Just one tiny little touch. That's all what the sage is saying. So the inner meaning of this, Sanatana Goswami explains. He says the syllable in the word Leela, Li means to embrace. La means to accept. That is where you understand Leela, this Rasa Leela is understood from this particular meaning. But then there are so many other Leelas, right? So the sage is offering obeisances to Krishna's all type of Leelas, which are Ananta, which are eternal, unlimited. He knows that ordinarily we are not qualified to talk about Krishna's Rasa Leela pastimes. Why? Because these are transcendental. This does not belong to this world. It is not for us to speak about that. So he is not elaborating on any of these things. This is highly confidential, and Satyavrata Muni is also just barely hinting at it. Who will talk about confidential pastimes? And when he says, let me quote a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Here is the chapter 33, verse number 30. It is said, those who are not Ishwaras, who are powerless and helplessly controlled by the laws of karma, should never imitate the Lord's pastimes, even within their minds. Even within their minds, you cannot imitate the Lord's pastime. Like a person who foolishly imitates Lord Shiva by drinking poison generated from the churning of the ocean, they will certainly be destroyed. So if anyone likes to imitate Lord Shiva and drink poison, that will be fine. You can have a good time with that. So the sage is saying, Namo Ananta Devaya. What does Deva mean? The Lord. It is indicating the Lord's divinity. Ananta Devaya. You are Deva. You are divine. Therefore, your transcendental pastimes are also divine. There is nothing worldly about Krishna's pastimes. So Deva is a word which is derived from the word originally is Div, D-I-V. He who is always engaged in enjoying playful sports, that is he. So each one of those aspects, the sage is offering prayers, even though he is not elaborating on this confidential nature of these pastimes. Neither are we qualified. Sanatana Goswami clearly states that these are not topics for ordinary people. Don't even think about it, even in your mind. So with that, I'm just going to recite 3 prayers to Srimati Radharani. You please focus your mind on this. गोविंद वल्लभे राधे प्रार्थये त्वम् अहं सदा त्वदीयम् इति जानातु गोविन्दो मां त्वया सह गोविंद वल्लभे राधे प्रार्थये त्वम् अहं सदा त्वदीयम् इति जानातु गोविन्दो मां त्वया सह. O Srimati Radharani, beloved of Lord Govinda, this is my request. May you and Lord Govinda consider me as one of your assistants. Radhe Vrindavanadhishe Karunamrita Vahini Kripaya Nija Padabja Dasyam Mahyam Pradiyadam. Radhe Vrindavanadhishe Karunamritavahini Kripaya Nija Padabja Dasyam Mahyam Pradiyadam. O Srimati Radharani, O Queen of Vrindavana, You are a river flowing with the nectar of mercy. You are a river flowing with the nectar of mercy. Please be kind to me and give me a little service at your lotus feet. And finally, this is a prayer by Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, taken from Stavavali. Bhajami Radham Aravindanetram Smarami Radham Madhurasmidasyam Vadami Radham Karuna Bharadram Tadho Mamanasti Gadirna Kapi Bhajami Radham Aravindanetram Smarami Radham Madhurasmidasyam Smarami Radham Karuna Bharadram Tadho mamanasti gadirna kapi bhajami radham aravindanetram smarami radham madhurasmitasyam smarami vadami radham karuna bharadram tadho mamanasti gadirna kapi. I worship Sri Radha, who has eyes like lotus flowers. I remember Radha, who smiles so sweetly. I glorify Sri Radha, who is full of mercy. I have no destination but her. I have no destination but her. I have no destination but her. With that, thank you all for your patience. I think I finished on time. Anyone has any comments? You have 1 minute to say any comments.
I have one comment. So we cannot, out of the Lord's leaders of pastime. That's why the chant of the holy name is the only powerful message glorifying Supreme Person Shama Sundara.
Yes. Anything else? No comments? Okay. Great. So, is there any Sunday speech sponsorship announcements, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So before that, I have to embarrass somebody. Somebody who don't want to be, but what can I say? This is something we have been doing for the past so many weeks now. We take the Sunday feast opportunity to glorify one devotee. There are many devotees who need to be glorified, but we pick one devotee. And today we have Elena Rapkin, and I know that she does not want to be glorified at all. But Elena, can you please come here for my sake? Please. I promised her that I won't keep her too long here because she don't want to be glorified anyways. But I was trying to explain to her the many reasons why we do this. This is not some sort of a project where you are doing it artificially. There is a real purpose behind it. And so she allowed me these few minutes. Elena is, I'm going to keep it very short. She is originally from Soviet Union. I think many of us really do not know how this thing works. There are many countries which are part of the Soviet Union. There is a country by name Latvia. She's from there. So they all went through a lot of troubles in that part of the world. And because of whatever was the political situation there, she was visiting this country 30 years ago, and she decided she's not going to go back there again, and she decided to stay here, and that's why we are fortunate to have her association today. it was quite amazing for me to hear. It's like she was one who never had any passport belonging to any country until she became US citizen and took passport from here. So and this is a great example of someone who may not have been brought up in a culture like all of you, most of you who are from Indian backgrounds, but you can see that many lifetimes, what devotional service we have performed, it carries over to many lifetimes. So her case is something like that, where she had a deep attraction for spiritual practice, and someone introduced her to chant the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and she was immediately attracted towards this mantra, and she was chanting it it was about 8 years ago, my understanding, and she was continuously chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and 6 years or something like that. And then she happened to hear some classes given by Russian devotees, and they were speaking about the principles of Bhakti Yoga, Krishna consciousness, but they were not talking that this is taken from Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or Srila Prabhupada's book. Nothing was mentioned, but it was the teachings of Bhakti Yoga which attracted her heart, which is already a reawakening of that, as you said, that Prema Bhakti was reawakened in the heart of people, like that, similarly. And there was a reawakening in her heart. And during COVID time, she called here for some other reason. She called, and Pradibahu picked up the phone, and he informed her there is Bhagavad Gita classes, and she joined his class. She's very grateful for everything that Pradibahu trained her in. And like that, she became part of that Bhakti Vriksha program. And then she joined the cooking team under the Pradibahu Kathamrita team, and she's one of our cooks as well. And she took up the responsibility of dressing Srila Prabhupada Murti, and also some other services. She's on her way to Vrindavan very soon for the parikrama. And with all that, you can understand that devotional service performed even tiny little bit in any lifetime is never lost. That is my point. And we are very grateful to have her here. She's a very dear devotee living here near in Wheeling area, and she makes it over here and try to engage in any service she can engage in, and that's an example which anybody can follow. So thank you, Elena, so much for who you are. Wish you a wonderful trip to Vrindavan. Thank you. And back. Yes. And there are today's Sunday feast is sponsored by two families. Hemalata Meena is sponsoring her daughter Sia Gupta's birthday. Is Hemalata here? Hemalata, please take the prasadam. Thank you so very much. How old is Sia?
5 years.
5 years, wonderful. And another great news here. Sandhya Mathaji's first daughter, her name is Neelima. She gave birth to a baby today. And it is a boy. It's a boy. And she's on this occasion, she's distributing Krishna Prasadam. So on behalf of both these families, please chant after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So any occasion in your life, please, you can sponsor Sunday feast contact Ramdas Prabhu here. And Sunday feast, today's Sunday feast is cooked by Srikant Prabhu, Gadadhar Chandra Prabhu, Balram Prasad Prabhu, Chandra Shekhar Prabhu, Ganesh Yadav and Megha Mataji. And cleaning team is Vimal, Brindavan Prabhu, Pramod Bhatra, Sridharan Kalaimani and Sahil Prabhu. And Tejash and Neha Jain are serving. Umesh Prabhu is pantry management, Srikant Prabhu, and Umesh Prabhu does all the shopping. And thank you so very, very much. One more. So, two kids, Anikesh Krishna and Pradyumna, did wonderful service by arranging all the shoes. Anikesh, is that Sandeep's son? Sandeep's son, yes. Wow, what a boy. Yeah. And who is Pradyumna? Yeah, Pradyumna. Pradyumna, okay. They did wonderful service by arranging all shoes outside in a nice way. I remember Thoka Krishna Prabhu used to do this service all the time. We appreciate giving them this service, but we request everybody to place your shoes in a line outside, not at the entrance. Thank you so very much. That's really nice. Okay. One more thing is, I don't see any fundraising people here. Is there any fundraising team people here? No? I don't see anyone. But anyway, I have to say, our temple construction is coming. This phase is almost at the last stage. And as you all know, this is your chance to assist in making this a reality, in helping us to install the deities of Shri Shri Radha Shyamasundar Radha Madhava in the new temple. As everyone knows, as the construction nears an end, there is always demand for money. And so please do whatever you can. Contact Sumangala Mataji or Shyam Prabhu or Sangeeta Kapoor Matajis with anything that you can help with, or bring in your friends or whoever you know, because it's so important for us to install our deities and start worshipping them. Thank you very, very much for your kind consideration. Hare Krishna.
Namamishwaram Sati Anandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamana Yashoda Biyalukala Davamangam Paramestamatyanta Tudutya Gopya Yashoda Biyalukala Davamangam Ramishkamatyanta Tudutya Gopya Mudanta Mohanetram Yugmamajantam Karamboja Yugmenga Satankanetvam Muhushwasakam Patrivekanta Kanta Skitagrevam Damodaram Bhaktivada Nitideshwalila Viranganda Kunde Swagoshamya Majanta Matyapayanta Shitaneshu Bhaktir Tvam Tunga Prematastam Sata Vritti Vande Varam Devamoksham Namokshabhadim Va Gacchanyamangeham Vare Sadapiha Namoksham Namokshabhadim Va Gacchanyamangeham Vare Sadapiha Idam te vapurgata gopala balam Sadame mangasya vira sampyamanye Idam te mukam boja matyantang ilay Vritam kuntalay snektara taisya gopya Mohoshambhitam bimbaratadagame Manasya virasamalam lakshalabye Namo Deva Damodaranganta Vishnu Kasida Prabodhuka Jalabhimarna Kripadishti Vishyati Dingam Batangu Brahane Shamamagam Yedyashidishya आत्मजो बादामते वयात्वा वयामचितो भक्ति भजकृतो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकमे पयाचा नमो छे गो मे श्री दामोदरे हा तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकमे पयाचा नमो छे गो मे श्री दामोदरे हा नमस्ते स्तुदामे स्तुददीप्तदामे त्वदीयोदराया च विश्वस्य नामे नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयाय प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयाय प्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radhe Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo
I was a monkey. Yeah. Man, I gotta learn some kids and training. You wanna set up? Why don't you take over the tuition? So you wanna start? You okay? Huh? You alright? You're in trouble. Me too. That is, I'll come back. Talk about details of that. Yeah, you're going to take another spot.
It's okay.
What I have seen is I have never seen so he's
Grandpa's gonna sing.
I'm going to lead. You play Mridanga.
You wanna play Mridanga for him?
Okay, hey, no. This is, I sit here and you sit there. No, that's for me. I gonna sing. Okay, you sit. You sit. Oh, you want to lead? You want to lead? Okay, go ahead. You want to lead? Go, go. Come and lead. Come. Lead him. Come, sit down here. No, come and sit down here. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What are you going to sing?
He wants to play.
No, go ahead.
Say something. Sing.
Go ahead, sing. Go ahead, Haribol, Hari. Okay. So can I lead? Can I lead now? And you will follow. Okay, let me follow now. Okay, all of follow lead.
You gotta get him a mini harmonica.
Oh, I thought of somewhere. Hare Krishna. Go ahead, tighten up. Okay, so I sit here.
That's not for you.
Why don't you sit here?
Goes. It looks like he's gonna tie you up in a rope like Damanara. You gotta tie. Okay, you're good. Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Haribol. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna hai. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Lakshmana. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Lakshmana. Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, hey, Hare Bol. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Wow, everybody have a zip on the lip. Oh, it's too hard to follow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Is that better? Is that better to follow? Hare Rama. Is that better to follow? The other one was too good? Okay. Rama Rama. Sit, come, sit down. Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Yay! Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey, let us have nice. Control these guys on the email. He's on the control, right? With all the cartels. Right? No, no. This is okay. But this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Rama Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Bolo, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, just search inside out. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hearing his voice. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai.